Here we go, my people. I want you to look at this. Today is June 10th, 2024 on the Gregorian calendar. This is Soho and Lasso. This here is monitoring the sun. The sun is right here in the middle. The sun is right here. All of this right here is a thing that they place over the camera, part of the lens, to block out the glare of the sun so they can see the coronal mass ejections coming out of the sun. So again, this is a satellite that's monitoring the sun, and they had this satellite set up with a cap over the front of it to block out that excess light so you can see the CMEs that's coming off the sun, the coronal mass ejections, or the particles that the sun is releasing. That's what that's for. So the same thing on the left is the same thing on the right. The only difference is on the right it's in black and white. But I want you to look at the bottom, because at the bottom of this, when I push play, you're going to see the date and the timestamp right down here at the bottom. And what I want you to do is I want you to look at this ejection that comes off the sun around the 8th, that is now coming to the planet. I mean, it is powerful, my people. Just look at this here. Not to mention the pulsating. You see the time at the bottom. We're in 6-7 right now, and as we start to come over, these are coronal mass ejections. This is the sun. Woo! Look at all look at all of that charged particles. Oh my gosh! Do you see all of this, people? Oh my gosh! Do you see all of this right here? Oh, these are dense particles too. These are bonding with the smallest building unit of the cell, and they are making them vibrate. It's a higher frequency. It's vibrating at a higher frequency. More knowledge, more information, more light. That's what's happening, and it's vibrating higher. And anything that's vibrating higher, just like if you have a bunch of change on the desk and you put on a bass and you put on a speaker, you turn on your music speaker and you turn the speaker up louder, the more the bass, the higher the frequency, the quarters and the change on the desk start separating from each other, because you start seeing it vibrating. And that's what's happening. These electrons are separating from around the atom and exposing the atom to UVA, UVB, and now UVC radiation, along with rare iron oxide dust. And if you understand and overstand botany, what is the wavelength that plants and trees absorb the most? What wavelength, what light, what wavelength do the trees and plant absorb the most? Red. Here we go. So I want you to continue. Just look at the bottom. Look at the 8th. Look at the date. Look at this. Oh my gosh. And it's still spewing out, along with objects coming out of the sun too, just so that you know. Look at this. Coming up to the 9th. Even with the 9th, did you see them? First of all, let me just go back here a little bit. All right, I got to pause this a little bit. This is what I want y'all to do, my people. Y'all know the difference between coronal mass ejections. I just want you to know there are spheres that are coming out of out of the sun. Just watch. Just watch. I'm gonna go back a little bit. Let me take this off. I'm gonna go back a little bit right here. Just watch this. You see that? Did you see that? They are coming out of there. They're not. Now this is freezing, my people. Now it's freezing. It's slow. It's not giving me. It's moving slow, but it's okay. I showed you what I wanted to show you on here. Okay, here we go, my people. Look at this right here. See, look at the date. The 10th right there. Look, this is the prediction right here. You have strong M flare, strong X flare, and another strong M flare that's almost an X flare. This is what's happening. Look at this. This is the last 3 days. Look at this. M flare, M flare, M flare. And look at the C flare range. As soon as it started to look like it's going to go down, Here, and look what I told you. I told you this is going to be high C flares, low M flares, and we're going to be getting X flares in the middle. I told you what was going to happen, and the residual effects of this is weather anomalies, behavioral and phenotype changes. This is what's taking place on the planet right now. This is why I tell my sisters it is not safe for you to be out in the street being alone, especially having confrontation with the complex cell organism. Call it whatever you want. I just want you to know, be careful out there. Please be careful. I'm telling you, you do not understand the dangers in which we are around. This is why the universe has to show this to you. They are doing their best to hold back their animal bestiality instincts when it comes to abuse. I'm letting you know. The only reason why a small group of men didn't go all out and go crazy, because there are another small group of men that's majority of so-called, what you would call so-called black, that have no fear and would not allow that bull crap to go on no more, my people. So just understand, I tell my sisters, please do not be out here alone. Pause. You know, sometimes I even trip myself out when I be, you know what I mean? I want to be wrong sometimes, because I'm this really shook. It shocks me sometimes. It really is, because I see what's happening, and I'm like, yo, like I literally been through this before many a times. Whether I'm on this end or I'm in the stars looking down, getting ready to be a part of this changeover. Either way, I was a part of the changeover in this room or above. I chose to come down here at this time. Why did I choose to come down here at this time? Because I knew that you can place me in the deepest, darkest pits of hell, and internally that I would remember who I am. And not only will I remember who I am, no matter what level of education I may have received in the world in which I am still going to be able to articulate the message to our brothers and sisters, our other star being brothers and sisters that walks on this realm with me, that is in hell with me, that I will be able to convey the message, the reminder message to you, that this is our home. Individually, you are an angelic, benevolent, electrical being that is the creator of all. That's what you are. You are the mother, life giver of humanity. Brother, you are the builder, the energy. You give energy so things can create and continue to go on. This is what we do. We are the cosmos. We are the sun and the cosmos walking in the flesh, having a so-called human experience that has been cut short due to a species that we have genetically designed righteously, but we designed them in a way that they have intelligence and that they will put us through the ultimate test, because our energy, our blood smells like gold, it smells like honey, it smells like candy to them. We are addicted, we are addictive to them. So no matter what, they will always try to usurp our energy, drink our blood, eat our organs. They will always try to use they will always try to look for the God gene particle to try to escape and surf and navigate the planet like we do. I'm talking directly to the draconian species. I'm not talking to Joey at the corner or the the supervisor or the supervisor Johnny, or the electrician Johnny who's climbing the pole. I'm not talking to him. I'm talking to your creator, bro. Y'all are crumbs. I'm looking at the loaf. And this right here is what the loaf is afraid of. See, you breadcrumbs are afraid of this too. But the loaves are really afraid of this. Why they are afraid of this? Because they won't have control no more. It ain't about them living on. They gonna live. It is what it is. They are a part of this test. They're going to live. But the other races of people that were genetically modified and put together with different animal gene sequences to make one living organism, you are the fall guy in all of this. You are the fall guy. See? So here we go. Let me move forward. Just looking at this is disturbing, my people. Now let's get into it. There we go. June 10th, 2024. This is the Magneto's pulse. This is monitoring the dome that protects us from so-called harmful solar radiation. The dome stretches from where? The North Pole, covering the entire planet down to the South Pole, the North Pole to the South Pole. The Earth right here is in the middle. The sun is over here. The daytime, the white side right here. The sun is over here. The black, this is the nighttime side of the Earth. Nighttime side of the Earth. Now, look at all of this energy that is piling up on your magnetosphere, on your dome. Look at all this energy. Like I told you, the dome right now acts as a like a light bucket of water that's being filled up with a empty bucket that's being filled up with water, and the water is overflowing and spilling into the cosmos. And once that bottom of that bucket give in, the radiation level is going to spew, it's going to spike tremendously on the planet, which is going to cause unnatural organisms that cannot biosynthesize the sun to be like a microwave dinner. This is they having these effects right now, and this is why you're heating up more from the inside out rather from the outside in. So now if you look at all of this energy, look at the energy on the daytime that's just hitting, that's piling up on the dome. And then look at all of the energy on the backside of the planet. Look at all of this energy. And I believe this is underneath the planet. But look at how close this energy is. Your thermosphere is where if I'm not mistaken, your troposphere, your stratosphere, your mesosphere, your thermosphere. Your mesosphere is where your satellites is at. Is where your, my apologies, I messed that up. Your thermosphere, your mesosphere, is where your satellites is at. This is where your satellites is at. And above that is your thermosphere. And above that is your exosphere, beyond the dome. So this is what I'm saying to you, my people. If all of this radiation is where the fucking satellites is at that is orbiting the Earth, this radiation is closer. Look how close this is. This is closer than the satellites. And you think you wonder why you got a white, hazy, milky sky all the time. That's not true. You don't have a white, milky, hazy sky. The sky is changing, and they're doing their best to maintain the hold that they have over you already. So here you go right here. Look at all of this again, pounding the beneath the planet. This energy has to be released by the planet. Look at all of this, my people. This energy has to be released, and and I'm confused on why none of these other people are using these instruments right here. Why no one wants to use this? Am I telling a lie? Am I misleading the people? Solar wind reaching all the way up to what? 600 and what? I seen 628 kilometers per second. This is how fast the solar wind has reached. And look at how it changed. I believe there's data missing on this as well, my people. Look at the colors. Look at how it changed. Look at the impact. Look at the impact of the solar wind. The sun is over here. Earth right here in the middle. This is the same bow shock, the same magnetospause, but this is modern. The arrows represent solar wind. So the arrows should hit Earth, hit the dome, hit Earth, go out into the solar system. Look at these arrows right here, reversing. Look at these arrows reversing back into the planet. Look at these arrows, huh? Look at them back into the planet. Charged particles, and look at how it flips. Look at the sky. Look how it turned completely red. Look, boom. You can't tell me it ain't no missing data on there. And I'm not trying to seek and find that shit out either, because guess what? I already know they ain't gonna tell you the full truth, but they got to give you the truth and a lie together. So they're not going to give you, look at the colors. Look at this. This is the magneto field lines. All living organisms, everything that surf and navigate this planet that is natural, use this right here. I don't care what part of the earth you're in. You can be in the deepest crevice of the earth ocean, in the darkest part of the ocean. You still, and the smallest creature to life, you are still connected to these magnetic field lines. Period. And it's nothing that just look at this, my people. I mean, just look at this. It's nothing that they can do about what's currently going on. And they're going to use this right here to get away with the bull crap that they're trying to pull next. Because, again, this is going to cause major devastation and weather anomalies. Abundance and gratitude to you all.